What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back in the new shop and I have another bent frame project. So this one is a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500, and I picked this thing up about it was about a week or 2 weeks ago or so, I guess, at the auction. And this one has pretty minimal damage, I guess, but it does have some really weird frame damage. Like it kind of got hit right on the front here, but as you can see, it kinked this one frame rail, which you could just slide out and change, but unfortunate part is it actually smacked the frame right here and has all kinds of weird damage. So I'm actually just going to change the whole entire frame, and I already have the brand new frame because I ordered it right when I picked this thing up. So it's already here, and it just has a little bit of radiator support damage, nothing too bad, but I will have to change this radiator support and then this one up brace right here. But besides the radiator support and this little brace right here, everything else is looking really nice. The hood didn't even get any scratches or dings in it, so that's good. The door has a couple little dings just from the fender, but I will have to blend into the paint anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And for the rest of the truck, there's one little ding behind the cab here, just from the box. Must be from the boxing it, I'm not sure. So we'll have to fix that little area, but besides that, everything else on this truck looks really good. And it's a pretty nice loaded truck. Doesn't have cooled seats, but it's got heated leather, and it only popped the one steering wheel airbag and the seat belts, obviously, so should be pretty minor. But I didn't really need another project, but while I'm waiting for some parts for some other stuff, I'm going to start working on this one and get that frame swapped and everything. And it's also been so bloody cold out that I haven't been able to paint anything, so, and I have a whole bunch of trucks that need paint. So this one's actually all done. This is a 23 RS. That one's totally finished up. The 2024 Dually just needs some paint work, but yeah, it's been so cold I haven't been able to paint. And then I got this other one. This is 2021 Silverado, which you've seen in the last video that I was working on. So just waiting for a few parts for this one right now. And then the 2024 High Country Duramax, waiting on a few parts, but I can change this rad support right now, so I'll probably do that after I swap that frame on that gray truck there. And then I have another 2024 Silverado, which I'm doing the full rebuild on this one. That one's a pretty major overhaul. But and then this 2016 Silverado, which probably saw on a couple videos ago, is working on this one, did a frame swap, and this one's pretty much wrapped up. But same thing, I need to do paint on it, and it's been so bloody cold that I haven't been able to paint anything. So, and I have a couple of Equinox there I'm just tinkering on. So, and then still have the Camaro sitting outside, and they got to finish up the Corvette, the paint work on the Corvette too. So got a few projects on the go. But anyways, let's get this cab pulled off here, the box off, and start swapping this over. So these half-ton frames are really easy to change compared to the diesels, because there's way less stuff to take apart, right? So, and let's get this cab pulled off and start changing stuff out. On the newer ones with the electronic shifter and the electronic brake, park brake, it makes it really easy to pull a cab, because now really all you have to do is take these, there's gonna be 6 cab bolts off here. We'll unhook the brake whole entire assembly, and then a few lines up on top, which I'll show you in a minute. And that's pretty much it. There's really not much else to disconnect, because there's nothing touching the cab or going up into the cab. So we just have to take that harness apart, and this should all just pull it off there. So on top here, pretty much all the way to disconnect, like obviously all this was already taken apart when I got it, but you could probably even leave the radiators in there. But for the most part, just need to disconnect these few little wires, like the fuse block, the coolant hoses. And then on this side, it's pretty much just your brake reservoir and your steering shaft just down here. And then this pretty much all comes off here really easy. So I'll disconnect these last few little things here. And then as you can see, I lifted it up just a tiny bit, so it's actually off, like the cab is up. So then you can get a little bit more room, and you can kind of go up. I could probably go up a little bit more once I disconnect the steering shaft, and then it gives you a little bit more room to work there. But now that I got the cab lifted up here, you can see exactly why they totaled it, because look at the frame back here. It's got a big buckle right behind this front wheel here. So from when it must have hit the bottom of this frame right down here, it must have just buckled the frame back there, but I didn't even notice that until I pulled the cab off there. So, but anyways, we got a brand new frame for it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to move all these trucks out of here, so I have a little bit of room to put this frame, and we can start swapping everything over. Alrighty, so the suspension and the motor all switched over to the new frame here, and it's looking really good. So this front half is pretty much all stripped, and as you can see how crinkled and twisted up this frame is right here. So I bet you the body shop would have tried to straighten that out, but I don't want any part of that. I just put a whole new frame under it, and then we are good to go again. So these half tones are really, really easy to do. I just started this whole pretty much, well, at about noon today, and it's just about midnight now, so pretty much have it all, the hardest part, the front half, all switched over, and then tomorrow I'll pop that box off, and this is like the harness that goes to the back, and we'll switch all that stuff over. But that's really easy, so that'll just be about 3 or 4 hours to switch that all over, and have a rolling chassis again. So I'm gonna call it a night, and then tomorrow we will get this all finished up and get the cab back on here and pretty much have a roller. And then I guess after that I just gotta pretty much fix that radiator support, and this will be a pretty quick build, honestly. It'll take a little bit of time to do the radiator support and a few other things, but I got about 8 hours into this thing so far, and this is how far I've got. So by the end of tomorrow, I should have the cab back on, box back on, and I'll probably be ready to do the radiator support. So anyways, I'll catch you tomorrow, and we'll finish up swapping this frame. Peace. Alrighty, so last night I got the motor put in, all the suspension on the front changed over, and this morning I just switching over the rear suspension, finished up the wiring harness and the fuel tank. So the frame is all the way swapped, and man, this is looking good. There's just nothing better than a fresh new frame under a truck that's been all crunched up, and everything's just looking nice and straight, and we are ready to throw this cab on. So I just want to put the cab back onto the hoist here, and I'm just going to roll this thing underneath here, and then we can set the cab down, and I'll throw the box on, and then we can just kind of wrap up pretty much everything from the cab back on the back there. And then I guess next up I'll be just get that cab all lined up, and we can kind of, I'll take a look at that rad support there. Alrighty, so the body's all back on there. It's not bolted down yet, but it is lined up, and I just have a few bolts in the cab. Pretty much the hardest part is just getting that cab lined up with the frame holes. And on the older ones, they used to have two little cups where they kind of sit into, so it pretty much lines itself up. But on the new ones, for some reason, they don't have that anymore. But it's looking really good and nice and straight. I still have to bolt the rear end stuff down, but for the most part, you can see the rad support's pushed back just a little bit. I have a little bit of a kink push right here, but actually none of this is kinked, and it just pulled this back a little, push this back a little bit. So I think if I just pull on that a little bit, I can probably get that to come out of there, and I'll start changing these three little pieces out, and shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, all this isn't kinked, luckily, any of that, so I don't have to actually change that. So it should be pretty easy to do. I haven't actually changed one of these front rad supports in a while, but anyways, I think that's going to be a wrap for this video. The frame is totally swapped. It went actually really fast, so I started this about lunch on Friday, and it is Sunday just after lunch now, so not too bad. So anyways, thanks for watching, and tune in for next one. Peace.